Is it recording? Okay. Today we're gonna see how to crack your software engineer interview. Let's start from the beginning. Before the interview even starts, probably you will have to apply for the position, right? So let's get started with your resume. So after doing a lot of research on YouTube and asking some of my fellow software developers, and even from my personal experience, there are a few things that you can add to your resume that will make you stand out. Number one, do not say that you are a junior software anything. If you are a front-end developer, say you are a front-end developer. If you are a back-end developer, say you are a back-end developer. Because there are a lot of juniors out there who cannot be called juniors. So just say that you are a front-end software engineer or whatever you are. Number two, add your main contacts. GitHub, email, telephone number, and your portfolio. For the portfolio and your GitHub profile, make sure they are clickable so the recruiter can see it as fast as they can. And do not add your GitHub profile if you have nothing to show, which in my opinion, you're making two big mistakes right there. Number three, I would personally not add any description of myself. I would rather add the technologies I know. It's far more efficient since the softwares that will read your application and send them to the recruiter will have an easier understanding of what you know. There is no particular order, just write the technologies that you know or that you have at least some basic knowledge of. Number four, now we're going to talk about your experiences. When talking about your experience, highlight the problem that you have solved in your previous company. The formula I have accomplished X by doing Y and improving Z is very efficient, and it shows the recruiters the actual impact that you had in your organization. For example, instead of saying, I developed an application using React, you can say, yeah, and I developed a user management system that saves customers time by 3 hours weekly using React. Here are some other examples of formulas that you can use to describe your experience in your resume. After that, I like to explicitly list the technologies I've used during these projects so that the recruiter can know what exactly you used to develop that thing. Now, if you have no experience, no professional experience at all, you can highlight in your resume the projects that you have developed. So your resume is fire. You are ready to start applying for interviews. After reading Cracking the Code interview and analyzing every detail that there is, I want to showcase some of the insights that I have gotten from the book. Number one is sell yourself well. When you're competing to a lot of other software engineers who have the same experience as you, knows the same technologies, at the end, what is going to distinguish both of you is your soft skills. Because hey, technologies are easy to learn, anyone can learn it, but personality issues are harder to fix. So during your interviews, sit up straight, chin up, and gesticulate when talking about your projects. Speak clearly and confidently about what you have achieved during your previous work. Pinpoint exactly what you have done, what you have accomplished. Communication skills are one of the hardest skills to develop as a software engineer. So you will definitely stand out. Take my word for it, you will definitely stand out as a software developer if you can communicate well. Number two, definitely 100% and with no excuse, ask questions. Suppose you're an employer and you have to choose between two candidates. One has showed clear interest in the position. Ask questions regarding the company, the job, the technologies. As for the other, they didn't communicate well. They generically answered all the questions. And at the end of the interview, they said the worst thing you can say during a job interview.
Nope, I'm good. I have no questions, thank you.
Okay, maybe there are worse things that you can say, but you get the point. Asking about the position, the technologies will make you stand out. I have seen it happen with my own eyes. But Maria, what will I ask them? Well, I'm going to ask you back. What do you want to know? Would you like to know what the team's like? Would you like to know about a day-to-day in that company? Would you like to know about the technologies they use? Here are some examples of questions that you can ask, but feel free to ask anything for the interview. I mean, not anything, but feel free to ask what you're interested about. Because remember, during an interview, you are not the only one who is being interviewed. You're also analyzing the position, if it fits your needs, and whether that company is any good for you. Now, before hopping into the coding interview part, it's important, of course, that we have a solid understanding of computer science subject. And you can easily learn any computer science subject interactively by using Brilliant. Learning about software engineer concepts does not have to be complicated. Brilliant is a fun and interactive way of doing so. You're a beginner looking to grasp new concepts? Well, no problem, because Brilliant has an easy Introduction to Computer Science course where you can solve problems at your own pace while learning basic concepts that are necessary to build a strong foundation in computer science. So instead of scrolling through Instagram the whole day, you can take a few minutes and enjoy Brilliant lessons that will help you reach out your career goals. But Maria, I am more of an advanced programmer. Can I still use Brilliant? Brilliant has more than 100 courses from mathematical thinking, data science, and advanced physics. So all this content can be used to improve your existing skills and even reinforce concepts that are necessary during a job interview. If you're interested, make sure to go to brilliant.org/Aragão to unlock a special offer. 20% off your annual plan and 30 days of free trial. After testing out one of their courses, come back here and tell me in the comments what you think of it. Thank you, Brilliant, for sponsoring this video. What's that? You passed your first interview? That's great. But now it's time to prepare for your coding interview. I know it's frightening, I know it's daunting, but I am here to help you excel in this part of the interview. So let's get started. Number 1, talk out loudly throughout the problem and explain your thought process. When the recruiter gives you a problem for you to solve, they expect 3 things. How did you manage to find the solution? What were the steps that you took to get there? They don't want to see how optimal your solution was in the first place. No, they want to know your thought process. Not only that, not only saying things out loud and explaining your thought process will help the recruiter understand you better, but also will make you understand yourself better. When you say something out loud, it makes you pay more attention to what you're saying, and you can organize better your ideas when you speak loudly about what you're trying to achieve. Number 2, learn to say, I don't know. Saying I don't know in a job interview may seem like a big flaw, but making things up and confusing yourself while you're answering and confusing the recruiter is even worse. It's totally okay if you don't know everything the recruiter is going to ask, because in their position they want to assess every detail of what you know. So do you know design patterns? Do you know how to make an API request? Do you know yada yada yada? Their goal is to know exactly what they can expect from you and think whether you would be a good fit for a team of more junior developers or more senior engineers. But I will give you an even better answer for you to say instead of just I don't know. You can actively keep track of the questions, like writing down and showing the recruiter you're actually writing down for you to go look for that concept later after the interview. So you can say, oh yeah, actually I have never heard of that, but I will write it down here and I will look for that later. You see the difference of just saying, no, I don't know. You're showing that you're actually actively trying to learn new concepts even from a job interview, and actually look for that later, okay? Because coding interviews are also a way for you to learn more about things that you may not know. Because during a job interview, you don't have to excel. You just have to be better than the other candidates. So by doing that, you will have a great potential. Number 3, work in these coding skills. According to the book, that I have read to make this video, there are a few concepts that the recruiter will analyze during your interview to assess your knowledge. So the performance assessment is broken down into these parts. 1. Analytical skill. Did you need help? How optimal was your solution? How long did it take for you to get there? Did you think of the trade-offs of different solutions? 2. Coding skills. Were you able to successfully translate your algorithm into code? Was it clean? Was it well organized? Did you think about potential errors? Number 3, technical knowledge. Do you have a strong foundation in computer science and relevant technologies? Number 4, experience. Have you made good technical decisions in the past? Have you built interesting and challenging projects? Have you shown initiative? Number 5, culture fit. Are you a good fit for the company? Do your personality and your values fit the company's? Did you communicate well with your interviewer? So these are all questions that they will consciously or unconsciously ask themselves when they're analyzing your interview process. Obviously, you don't need to excel in all of these areas. Like I said, you just need to be better than other candidates. Comment down below whether you would like to see a part 2 of this video because my time is up. I'll see you in the next one.